beef and barley stew. I got the football on, I have my fall decorations up. This has been cooking for the last 2 hours and my house smells like autumn. I've got 1 pound of stew meat, which I'm gonna season with salt and pepper pretty generously. And I'll add 1 tablespoon of olive oil to this deep pot and put in my stew meat. And I'll get it in 1 layer and let it sear on one side until it's nice and brown. And then I'll flip it over and brown it on the other side. And then I'm gonna remove it to this bowl right here. Here I have 1 onion, 3 stalks of celery, and 2 carrots that I chopped up. And I'll get those added to the pot with a little salt and pepper. You know I love to season in layers. And I'm gonna use a whole can of tomato paste. I mean, if a recipe calls for 2 tablespoons, what are you gonna do with the rest anyway? And this will make the stew nice and thick. And to this, I'm gonna add 1 package of mushrooms that I sliced and 4 cloves of garlic that I sliced. Now you know with all of that in there, it's already going to have a lot of flavor. I'll add a teaspoon of dried thyme and just cook that for about a minute to blend the flavors and cook off that tomato paste. Then I'll add my meat back in with all the juices. Then I'll add a whole container of beef bone broth, which adds nice, sumptuous flavor and lots of protein. And a couple shakes of Worcestershire sauce. And then I rinsed out this little can of tomato paste because I didn't want to leave any flavor behind. Throw in a couple of bay leaves, and that is it. Just bring that to a boil, reduce it to a simmer, cover it, and leave it alone for an hour. After an hour, the meat has had a chance to cook a little and the stew is getting a little velvety. I'm gonna add 3/4 of a cup of barley that I rinsed and just stir that in, cover it, and let it go for another hour. And during the last hour, I just stirred it occasionally. And now look at that meat. And it's so thick and stewy. I'll add a little parsley to freshen it up and add a little green. And look at that. I mean, it looks so good. And the meat is like so soft, I can cut it with my spoon. Instead of using potatoes, I used this barley because I just love the texture that it adds. That is so nice. I just love this time of year when we can eat food like this. There's so much goodness in this little bowl and it makes you just feel so good on the inside. And this is gonna make me really full. There is tons of protein and tons of fiber in this one, guys.